Would you like to know what people got out of this past couple days?
I think that would be a wonderful exercise.
All right, we would love for you guys to share with us the biggest one or two things that you got from being here.
So what was your aha moment?
Your aha moment. You may not have it at the top of your mind yet, but as it bubbles up, your hand goes up.
Mine was the insurance, that you could take over existing insurance. See, I've been to 12 of these events. 12 of these events, and I still learn something every time I come.
Yeah, so the landlord, when there's a landlord policy, you can just have it assigned over to you and your company.
That could save me $2,000 a year or more.
Great.
Pay for the event.
All right, who wants to share?
Anyone else? Aaron.
Of course.
Wonderful.
So what I always get the most out of, because of the way that I learn, is seeing people in action doing what I want to do, and being able, like for instance, when you and Keith were sitting there at the table, and Keith was the seller, and we saw your process that you go through, there were several things that happened to me. For instance, when you said, it was right there at the table that you discussed with him what his future plans were, and you asked him, so how much is rent going to be there up at the Magic Castle, and putting all that stuff together was so collaborative. It just really made a lot of sense to me.
And you could see there where I was going with that, right? I'm trying to figure out in my mind as I'm talking to him, structure a future payment.
Exactly.
Possibly.
Yeah. Exactly.
Or at least a help with that. If he said, oh, my payment's $800, well, now I know I can offer him $800, and it's an instant offer.
Right.
It's an instant acceptance.
Yeah, it's just exactly what he's getting now. And the same thing happened with Richard working so much today, and when we're on the phone with you in our reseller calls, structuring the deals on the UPG, to see that, like I remember one time when you said, oh look, there's still some available equity over here. Well, if they wanted more money, we could just take some of that and give it to them. And I was like, what? I mean, that was just a real aha moment.
Great. Yeah, continuing to work with the software is going to benefit you going forward. Getting more offers accepted. That's what this weekend was all about. Getting more offers accepted. Anyone else? Yes, sir.
Yeah, I really appreciated the working out problems where it looked like we may be headed to a dead end, and there's no hope, and all of a sudden there is a way to make it work. And I think it forces us to, leave our preconceived notions aside and be more open to solutions that are there.
It's your HABEs, it's your habits, attitudes, beliefs, and expectations. And I've gotten to the point where there's always a way. That's my belief. And to be your partner, right? And for us to work, and John's going, I don't know how this is going to be work, or Mark going, I don't know how this is going to work, and I'm going to find a way. Or it's not going to work, and it's next. So it just doesn't matter. But there is the piece of the system that has the most control, the most flexibility, because I'm trying to give you multiple options, right? Multiple exits, multiple options, multiple ways to make it work. The component of a system that has the most flexibility controls the system. So you think about a thermostat. What moves on the thermostat? Well, the only thing that moves the most controls the whole system. And so think about it that way. The more options, and so sometimes I'll overdo it. I give you way too many choices. All right? And I have so many different ways to make a deal work, I can't teach it all. Or you wouldn't have never listened to it all. So it's much better. That's why I like coaching. You can jump on my Tuesday call, or we can do it on the phone together, and I can just fix it as opposed to trying to teach you everything you know so you can do it on your own. But the more you learn, it's more like teaching you to fish as opposed to giving you a fish. I want you to learn to be creative and solution-oriented and ask the right questions. This thing doesn't work. No, the question is, how can we make it work? Well, if the seller pays me $50,000 to buy their house, it will work. any deal any house can work. The question is, will it? Sometimes you don't know until you ask. How many people have had a seller pay you to buy their house? Okay? Because how do you do that? Well, it's the only way the deal would work, and we asked. And it worked for them. You never know if it's going to work for them. So,
I like what you said. What did you say about beliefs? Your belief is
there's always a way.
there's always a way. Remember what I said earlier about beliefs. Belief's the most important of the inner game concepts. Does that belief support him?
Yes.
Yes. Would a contrary belief support his goals? Nothing works. No. That would be a contrary belief to your goal.
Are you finding it apart?
Well,
So
here's another. Huh?
So look at your beliefs. If you're wondering which beliefs are good, not good to get rid of, support you, look at the beliefs that support your goals. Remember, I always start with the goal. What are your goals? Financial freedom. Does the belief that this thing doesn't work support your goal? No. Does the belief that there's always a way support your goal? Yes.
I have a very supportive belief, and there's one that I'll share with you right now, and I don't know if it's true or not, okay? I believe that I am 100% responsible for everything that happens to me. That's my belief, okay? Now, is it true? If I walked out, something happened to me,
Safe, fall down.
yeah, the Wile E. Coyote. Yeah, all right. So, if someone took advantage of me, or something happened to me, or the economy crashed, which is outside of my control, right? And I take responsibility. Okay? I have the ability to respond. And that's what creates your reality, is how you perceive what happens to you. So my belief is I am 100% responsible for whatever happens to me. And what that does, it gives me I'm a control freak, yes. And it gives me the ability to change anything in my life. And if you're not successful working with us, I take responsibility. Because if I said it's you, or you, or you, or you, or you, okay, if I said it was you, then I'm giving up that control, and it's like, it's you. I can't change you, right? But if I take responsibility, I can get the results that you're after, because that's what we're after, is for you to achieve your goals and get what you need. So I think it's rare you're going to find an organization that is so focused on your success, because that's really our main focus, is your success. And by taking responsibility for your success, we have the ability to change what we're doing with you and get a different result. We can only change what we think about and what we do with you. Okay? So can you change someone you're in a relationship with who's acting like a jerk, right? And how do you change them? Can you change people?
No.
Can you change how you respond to them?
Yes.
Does that sometimes change how they react?
You bet.
You have control to change how everything happens in your entire life, if you take on that responsibility. And it's not a burden, it's a joy, okay? And there's no beating yourself up because something goes wrong. There is no failure, only feedback, right? So it's all philosophy. And if I can instill some of these beliefs in you, because again, I don't know if I'm 100% responsible for everything that happens to me, but I act as if. And if you want to be a successful real estate entrepreneur, going out there achieving your income and cash needs, buying and selling houses, and you don't think of yourself as a success at it yet, just act as if. Okay? How would you act if you did it? I have some mentors, like Willie. We're going to have out to dinner with Willie, right? Tonight. He's one of my mentors. So I can put on my Willie mask or my Willie hat. What would Willie say? How would Willie handle it? He's the most laid-back guy on the planet, right? And he's financially successful, and he's financially independent, and he's just a loving, caring, giving person. And he helped us put together the coaching program. And I like to adopt, okay, what would Willie do, right? I other mentors. What would so-and-so, how would so-and-so respond in this situation? And that can help start changing your attitudes and expectations and your beliefs. Is that helpful? Is that useful? Hopefully you got a little shift in your thinking on that, but I think that's what's been supported me. It's just take 100% responsibility for everything that happens to you, and then focus on exactly what you want in your personal life, in your business life, and make sure every day you're working towards the things that are most important.